Hey guys, Shane Gebhardt's here with Pharmacy Ignite. Wanted to take a second here to make a quick video for you regarding a case study that we've put together for a client of ours, Hubbard Young Pharmacy in Clemson, South Carolina. So glad you were able to check out this video, but wanted to kind of walk through the case study on how Hubbard Young Pharmacy grew to a $5.5 million per year independent pharmacy via the internet and their digital marketing efforts. So let's dive right in. So, a couple quick stats from last year. When it comes to your website, that's your hub for everything. Having a strong website that converts is definitely part of the picture. Ranking is part of the picture. There's a few things here that I wanted to point out as far as, they had rankings in the top 3 on Google for their most important keywords, and we'll dive into those. They averaged over 100,000 impressions each month between their website, Facebook, all their social media efforts, Facebook ads. We do geofencing as well, so they're getting a lot of eyeballs on their digital assets, and so that's crucial. That's one of the big factors that we really focus on. And we increased all social media followings, 5 to 10x over the course of last year, which again just results in more eyes, more impressions, more views on everything that they have going. So let's jump over to our website here and kind of do a deep dive on that. So I've got it pulled up here for you so you can kind of see, really the thought behind these websites and how we build them out and what we focus on. So as you can see, it's pretty clean. They wanted that clean, crisp look. Didn't want to overdo it in terms of have a bunch going on and really confuse people. So we kept it clean, kept it neat, very organized and concise. But there's a few key things that I like to point out on these websites. Having your header is very important. People go to a website, they're usually looking for a few key things. They're looking for your hours, they're looking for your phone number, they're looking to see if you're open, they're looking for a way to get in touch with you, or in pharmacy's cases, they're looking to refill or transfer a prescription or see what services you have. That kind of sums up what people are looking for on your website. So we try to make that information available right away. So as you can see, logo is very big, phone number, those are click to call, info at Hubbard Young Pharmacy, that's click to email, one click. So we try to make that as easy as possible on the patients and the customers. Again, transfer a prescription up top right away. They can find that. Refill a prescription. Because like I said, those are some of the majority reasons why someone lands on your site. And then what we focus on is what we call in the industry of web design, above the fold. So we put this banner here in place for them to basically highlight anything they want in the current month as far as what they have going on and what we have going on digitally. So for instance, they've started offering ice cream as an added benefit, which really has driven a lot of new business their way. But this banner scrolls, as you can see here. They've offered some partnerships with people around the area and carrying their products, and then we highlight the team and so forth. So there's a lot that scrolls through that banner, but it conveys the information that we want it to convey as far as what we're trying to get across to people. So you can see on the menu as well, home, about us, products and services, FAQ, blog, and the contact page. If we scroll down a little bit, very nice, neat video that they had done as far as highlighting the pharmacy itself. One thing we preach quite a bit is transparency. This is a good example right here, but we like to showcase the people behind the pharmacy as much as possible. The days of kind of just putting up your logo and some stock photos are gone. It's all about now, people like to buy from people. People want to deal with people, especially in the pharmacy world. They want to know who they're dealing with. So we're always highlighting team members and showcasing actual people that are involved in the business. That way people get comfortable with who their pharmacy is, and even if they don't know you guys yet and they land on your website, then they can become comfortable because they can say, oh yeah, I did see that person on the website. I do remember seeing them, so I'm more comfortable dealing with them, so I know that this is someone that is with this business and I can trust. So again, you just kind of scroll through here. We take a look at what we offer. We make the map very easy for them to find. Like I said, it's a very clean, very crisp website as far as, the healthcare articles. This is the blog section. We're in the midst of the coronavirus right now, so we touch on that, flu season, so you can kind of see this. But this website is built, to be like I've stated, very crisp, very clean, very concise, and then it's also built to convert. We want anyone who lands on this website to ultimately become a customer in some fashion, right? Whether that's start having their prescriptions filled at the pharmacy, or just come to the pharmacy for some over-the-counter stuff, or any other services that the pharmacy offers. We ultimately want that person to become a customer. So we're thinking about that, and when we're building these websites and designing these in terms of how are they going to convert, because we can have the best looking website in the world, but if it doesn't convert, then what's the point? Why even have it if you're getting people there, but they aren't taking the action that you want them to take? So ultimately, we want them to click the call or fill out a contact form of some sort, so that the pharmacy gets that lead and gets that chance at winning that customer online. So let's dive into the SEO, because basically what we do is we start with the website, and then from there we look at all the marketing channels. So you have SEO, social media, email marketing, your online reputation, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, geofencing, your content strategy. So there's a lot that goes into this, and we'll dive into that in just a little bit. But I'm going to kind of walk through this step by step. So once the website was completed, then it became, okay, let's work on the SEO, which is something we work on every month, because you should always constantly be working on the terms, keywords that you want to rank for. So you can see, we've got the top 3 rankings. Most of the time it's number 1 rankings for all the terms, Hubbard Young Pharmacy, pharmacy in Clemson, pharmacy in Clemson for this search, again, number 1. You change it up, you type in drugstore Clemson, you can see we've got the bases covered for all those search terms, and basically, so when anyone's online, they're finding Hubbard Young, and that's really driving the traffic up and driving their chances at winning the business up. So I kind of explain to people that there's 2 ways to go about digital marketing, or 2 sides, if you will. One is when people are in active search mode and they're actively looking to solve a problem, they're going to turn to Google, right? It's become the new phone book, and it's become the new solution for everyone with phones and everything in our pockets these days. So if they're in active search mode, they're going to go online, they're going to type in pharmacy in whatever location they're in, or pharmacy near me, right? So you want to come up for those search results, and that's what we've accomplished here. So we're covering that side of it, right? The other side of it, which we'll cover here in a second, is the people who could use your services, who need your services but aren't actively looking. We can accomplish getting in front of those people due to having social media, having email marketing, having geofencing, and all these other forms of marketing channels, that we can get in front of them that way. So there's really 2 sides to the coin, but we want to make sure that we're covering both, so that that our pharmacy has the best chance of ultimately winning that customer in the long run. Okay, so after you get your SEO dialed in, one of the things to think about too is, once they find you, are they going to want to do business with you? And what we've focused on here with Hubbard Young is ensuring that the reviews are stellar, that there's a surplus of them. All in all the channels, that's everything from the Google reviews, Facebook reviews, Yelp. I mean, you have all these different platforms now that have their own review platform built in. So making sure you're getting those reviews on a monthly basis is crucial. So we've implemented, our software to help them get reviews every month and really drive those numbers up. And so, click over to this tab here. You can see, on their Google listing, they've got 20 reviews, and this goes up every month. We try to get a few each month on here, but we're also spreading it out. We're not just focused on Google, even though Google is the big player. A lot of people are leaving reviews on Facebook, or what they call recommendations on Facebook, and then you have other platforms that are still getting some traction as well, that we're focusing on. But you can scroll through these and see all the reviews, and taking the time to respond to the reviews is crucial as well. Google's always looking at those factors, so that's definitely important. But making sure that once they find you, that they know you're the one they want to do business with, right? You want to make sure you have at least multiply 10x whatever it is over your competition in terms of reviews, because once they find you, they're going to compare the reviews, because this industry is a very relationship based industry when it comes to someone getting their medicine, and they want to know how other people's experiences were. They want to know how friendly you are to deal with, how relatable, how much you listen, all the key factors that you hear on a daily basis. that can be conveyed online. So we really want to portray that in terms of when someone's searching and considering whether or not they want to do business with you. So SEO, online reputation, we've kind of covered those two things. The next thing I want to dive into is kind of what we did with their social media. So once this page loads here, you can see their Facebook page, very clean. Like I said, very, very concise. We've got a video. You can put a video up top now for your cover photo. It can be a video, which is a drone video that we have in that place. So a really cool video, grabs a lot of attention, grabs a lot of eyes. So you can scroll through here. Here's what I was talking about, recommendations. They have 25 on Facebook. But just scrolling down, again, showing the team, very transparent, being very active with a concise social media strategy is key here, right? Aimlessly posting on social media, like sure, you'll get eyes on it, you'll get attention, but not having a clear strategy in terms of what you're going to do each month, what the topic is, where you're heading. It's like, I've used the analogy in some of my other videos, but it's like having, a sailboat and being out on the ocean and just drifting aimlessly. That strategy is your wind. That pushes you in a certain direction. So sitting down before, at the end of each month to plan out the next month is part of what we do with our monthly meetings. But we're talking about what's upcoming. What do you have coming up? Any events, anything that's taking place? Are you going to run any promos, any specials, any offers? What's the general theme for the month in terms of, what are we going to be posting about? What are we going to be talking to your customers and potential customers about? And that'll save you the headache of, in the middle of the month and you haven't hardly posted anything, and then all of a sudden you have to, get, oops, I don't know what's going on here, sorry. Anyways, we're going to look at the Instagram next. So we'll just click into that. But getting those strategies together will go a long way. So, and then you can see I was going to click over to it anyway. But here's the Hubbard Young Facebook or the Instagram. We've got this here. Again, same concept. All the social media ties together: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Everything ties together. Everything is very congruent with the brand image and message, and the posts, all tied together. So we're hitting everybody on all the fronts, but focusing on getting the followers and being active, using hashtags, all that's the basics and stuff like that. But this all plays into the overall strategy of helping them grow their pharmacy each month when it comes to their digital strategy. So we've talked about the website, the SEO strategy, social media. We're doing email marketing for them as well. I don't have a tab pulled up for it yet, but they have a list. We've built the list up for them. We're constantly sending out monthly email newsletters where we include the team information, like an employee spotlight, a customer spotlight, content from the blog, and with the content strategy that we lay out for them. We're including any promos, any offers, any specials. One thing that we're big on is we don't want to push all buy this, here's a sale. We want to provide value, right? We want to provide a reason for them to look forward to the email, with industry news, content from our blog that we're creating, which we showcased on the website there, so that they actually get some value out of the email, as opposed to just feeling like we're just bombarding them with, we want you to come buy things. We want them to feel appreciated and feel like they're actually getting something out of the email. So again, this continues to go on in terms of the 360-degree approach, and I'm going to click back over to my, well, if it'll cooperate here. Click back over to my presentation here. Here we go. So we've looked at the quick stats, and here's the online strategy as a whole. Website that's built to convert, like I said, proactive SEO and on the key terms. Google Maps optimization, making sure people can find you, because when they're on the phone, Google Maps is the first thing they see when the 3-pack or what's called the map pack. So that's vital, especially when it's location-based businesses. In terms of someone has to come to you, that's crucial. Focusing on online reviews and reputation, like we covered. Strategic Facebook ad campaigns. So again, this ties into our monthly meetings. What do we want to run ads for? What do we want to promote? I can use an example. We're in the midst of this coronavirus stuff right now, so everybody's quarantined in a sense. So a big thing right now is drive-through, curbside, pickup, and delivery. So all of our strategy has evolved into, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how we're helping people stay safe during this, and that gets appreciated. That goes a long way. So all the strategy revolves around that, and so we're making sure we're communicating that. Social presence, email marketing, like I touched on, they have an email list. We're actively adding to the email list every month and growing that, because we don't have to pay anybody to add an email to our list and send that out, right? We have to pay for ads. We have to pay for placements, and there's cost per click, but you don't have to pay for email, okay? So I'm always preaching, get emails. Even if you just have a simple sign-up sheet on the counter in your pharmacy, start getting emails, start building that list, because you also don't know what's going to happen with these social media platforms that we rely on so much, right? They can change overnight, and if we don't have that list, then we're kind of at the mercy of whatever those platforms decide to do, right? It happened to 5-6 years ago. Facebook severely limited everyone's reach. If you had a page that had 1,000 likes, you used to get 700, 800 views on your posts for free. Until Facebook realized, hey, let's limit the reach down to 10 to 15% and encourage people to start spending money on our ad platform. You can't fault them. It's their platform. They can do what they want. So it's changes like that's where your website, your email list, and stuff that's not relying on somebody else's platform becomes that much more important, because that is still a free way for you to communicate to your audience and stay in front of them and stay top of mind, right? And then a big part of our strategy is geo-conquesting and retargeting. So with this being location-based, we're constantly running campaigns for Hubbard Young that target, other pharmacies in the area, the big box pharmacies, CVS's, Walgreens, Rite Aids. We're trying to pull customers away from that, show them ads, and pull them over to Hubbard Young, which works amazingly well. And we can track that and actually see who comes into the pharmacy, via their phone. The phone, it's crazy software, but really what it does in a nutshell is it logs the phone's identifier number, and when that phone goes from the CVS over to Hubbard Young, we can see who that is, log it, and say, okay, we've converted that person, and hopefully they've become a prescription or a script in your system, right? And so we're constantly retargeting people, because if people go to your website, you want to stay in front of them. If you're not familiar with what retargeting is, kind of in a nutshell, it's where, for instance, like if you go to Amazon and you put something in your shopping cart, when you leave, if you don't complete the purchase, all of a sudden that same product is following you around. That's technically called retargeting, okay? So we're doing that where people, when they land on a certain page, we're retargeting them with an ad. So let's say they landed on the delivery page, we might hit them with a retargeting ad that basically says, hey, if you're looking to get some stuff delivered, go ahead and fill out this form. Because again, we're driving everything back to conversion. We want to convert someone. We want them to take action with either a phone call, an email, fill out a form, so that that Hubbard Young has a chance to win that business, right? So that's a big part of the strategy that we have ongoing with them, and we're constantly refining. And then the content strategy that I had mentioned before, that kind of it really propels a lot, right? So I'm going to dive into this for a second, because the content strategy, what we do there is we actually can see what people are Googling in terms of what questions they're asking. So, for instance, if they're asking, about the flu shot, what should I get the flu shot this year? Our team creates a piece of content for the blog, puts that on the website, so when someone Googles that question, our content comes up, they read that content, and then they now know, okay, these guys are the experts. They answered my question. That we've created a shift in their mind in terms of authority. And so now we put a call to action at the end of the content that says, if you'd like to schedule a time to come in for your flu shot, click here or call us, and we'd be happy to set that up. So that's when we've got their attention. So that's when we jump on the fact that we're trying to get them into the pharmacy. So that fuels the SEO. The content then also fuels our social media, because we can share that content once we post a blog onto the website. We can then share that content out on social media, run ads to it if we want. If it's a great piece of content that's performing well, we'll run some ads to it to really jump up the numbers of website traffic and ultimately leads through the website. And then we'll use it in the email marketing as well. So it fuels that. It's a crucial part of our email newsletter that goes out every month. that people, that's where people are getting value. That's where we're achieving that value add that I talked about. So we're not just hitting them with, hey, we've got a sale on this or buy this. It's here's some value about what's happening right now. For the example I used with flu season, that they would actually read, click through and read, click over to the website, right? So that content strategy really drives a lot in terms of what we're doing online. So I've got a graphic here that we've created, but this kind of just lays out for you what all they're getting in terms of their program that we have that helped them achieve the results that they've achieved that we're looking at in this case study. So it's a 360-degree approach. We're covering everything from website to SEO, reputation management, social media, email marketing, pay-per-click, retargeting, geofencing, also called proximity marketing, and some people call it that. Gift cards, newsletters, rewards programs, content, video. I mean, video is taken off like crazy. So it really, this is our digital dominance program that really helped them achieve the results that they've gotten. So just kind of want to give you a quick walkthrough of that so you can see how that works. But I've got a video here that I'm going to play for you. It just gives you a good idea of, what Hubbard Young's about. This is a great video they had made. So let's take a look at this.
Here at Hubbard Young Pharmacy, we are a community pharmacy based on service. Service is our focus. We want to give you a great customer experience, and we want to improve your quality of life. We offer a variety of services and items. We can fit you for compression stockings or supports. We offer a full line of foot care products, as well as hard-to-find specialty items that other stores do not carry. And we always emphasize having extra pharmacists on staff so that we can give you the service that you deserve. Our focus is on the quality of life of the patient and improving your overall experience here at the store. This is why we've introduced 2 radical programs that are changing the way that we do pharmacy. Our first program is our Sync program, in which we line all of your medications up at the same time each month. This increases your adherence, which increases your quality of life, but also allows for an appointment-based system so we know when you're coming in to pick your medicines up. This allows us to address any concerns that you may have or schedule services that you may need for that particular time. If you need more help, we offer a second program in which we have packets. It's called our Dispill program. They're color-coded, and each packet is fully labeled with the medication in it.
The most wonderful part of this job is the fact that we have people that we have known since 1978 when we first started our businesses together.
So one of the things that we're able to do here with our compounding services that we offer is we're able to find options for patients. Whereas at other pharmacies, they may be able to, they maybe tell the patient that they don't have the ability to provide this service or to find a solution for them.
At Hubbard Young Pharmacy, we would love to get to know you. So if you're new to the area or never have been by, stop in and experience the difference.
So there you go. That's a great video that showcases, what we've been talking about as far as transparency, hitting all the right buttons in terms of showing what you offer. And that's a great video that they put together for that. So just wanted to share another quick one with you here. This is an interview I did with Tom. He was actually on my podcast, but he gave us a great shout out. So just wanted to share that with you so you can kind of get firsthand what Tom has to say about working with us. And let me play that for you now.
Thanks for having me. Again, enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then go do something else. And like I said, I'll give a shout out to Shane and them. They have done a wonderful job for us, and I guess it's about a year and a half that we've done. We started from scratch. We had a kind of a blank generic website. We had a little in-house Facebook, stuff like that. And from what we've been able to do now from the beginning to now is phenomenal. I think we're getting somewhere around, and you can correct me, but somewhere between 80, 100,000 views of some type on a digital media platform now almost every month. And so, and even if that number's off, which I don't think it is, but that's a lot of for community. For me, our community is about 8,000 people. Our surrounding county, the area, maybe the entire area is maybe about 300,000. So if we're getting that many eyes on us, that's phenomenal. And we've seen that uptick in business. And so it doesn't happen right off the bat. I get to tell everybody it doesn't happen right off the bat. But slowly and steady, you're going to see an uptick. And it's, they've done a phenomenal job. Any idea that we've come up with that we talked about earlier, they've jumped on board. They've done a great job kind of getting us where we need to go. And like Niall said, the price that we paid for it is being paid off. So our marketing budget doesn't cost us anything now. And so, like I said, I just a little pitch to them. They've done a wonderful job helping us kind of get to where we are now.
Well, we appreciate that. That's much appreciated. You guys are an absolute joy to work with, and I really appreciate you, taking some time out of your busy schedule to be on this podcast with me today. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Teasley with Hubbard Young Pharmacy in Clemson, South Carolina. Tom, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So yeah, there you go. You can see Tom, giving us a little bit of a shout out, which is much appreciated. We love working with these guys. So, basically, another quote, that Tom had about us. We decided to partner with Pharmacy Ignite to get our internet marketing rights. Since getting started with them, our business has gone to a whole new level. This is a company you can trust and rely on. Shane, Catherine, and the team are great to work with. They're constantly coming up with new ideas and keeping us at the forefront of what works online to help them, to help our pharmacy grow. I highly recommend them. So great, much appreciated words from Tom. Like I said, it's a joy to work with them. So that kind of leads me into, if you'd like to get similar results or possibly even better results, let's talk. We're available. You can jump on pharmacyignite.com/schedule and schedule a pharmacy acceleration session. So what that is that's a one-on-one session where you and I will jump on a Zoom call and do a deep dive into your current situation, and then map out a blueprint or a game plan for you going forward in terms of what you should do and what you should focus on online to really grow your pharmacy. So you can call us, at 866-237-4576 or pharmacyignite.com/schedule and pick a time on the calendar and schedule your pharmacy acceleration session. So that really wraps it up here. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a big overview, case study of Hubbard Young Pharmacy and what we've done for them. If this is something that you're interested in, like I said, feel free to schedule a pharmacy acceleration session, and we'll talk soon. Thanks, guys.